race fans, and welcome to the show. Tonight we have a good one here. It is race number 10 of the Postma Flooring Super Late Model Tour. Here tonight we are at Five Flags Speedway, getting ready to do battle also for race number 2 of the Postma Flooring, the LaPlante Racing Products Triple Crown Challenge. So a lot for these drivers to race for, as well as another thing, it is dual feature night here tonight. So these drivers will have a 50-lap feature for feature number 1, then the 12-car invert for feature number 2. That will be 75 laps. Of course, we will kick things on off here with qualifying. Currently looking at the 11-car, Landon Atkins, big time sideways there off of turn number 4. Atkins' second lap will not count right now. He is P2 on the board. Right now, Tanner Tallarico sits at the top. We'll take a look here. Another car on the speedway. It is the 52 machine of Nathan Coaster. Coaster here on lap number 1 will be completed there at the start-finish line. The 52 machine will go quick time here tonight. Coaster will look for improvement here in lap number 2, but right now sits at the top of the board. Jaden Kutachi also able to slot into P number 2. Coaster off of turn number 4 for the final time, slipping in sideways, but will not improve. A 16.79 there on lap number 2. Stephen Hoffman here tonight will slot into P number 3. Now we take a look at our points leader. It is the 44 machine of Zach Nichols. Nichols, lap number 1, currently at the bottom of the order, looking to improve here on lap number 2. Nichols through 3 and 4 for the final time. Will he improve? Yes, he will, all the way up to P number 2. Zach Nichols able to throw down a 16.79 from the 44 machine. Looks like one of the last cars here tonight out on the speedway. It is the 14 on the car, or the 53 in the timing and scoring. It is Matt Moduleski out here tonight. Moduleski there, lap number 1, good enough for P number 11. He will look to improve here on lap number 2, but remember, no invert for feature number 1, so where these drivers qualify here tonight will be where they start, except for the 44 machine, last week's winner at Concord. He will start in the back, and Moduleski will find a lot more speed there on lap number 2. Will slot into P number 6 there with a 16.86. So that will wrap up qualifying here tonight. And a shout out to the driver of the 52, Nathan Coaster, out here tonight with the quick time. And he just got done actually running the All-American 400 on the iRacing Sim. So I believe Coaster was able to finish there in the top 10 when all things were said and done. But here tonight, looking for something a little bit more. He will lead the field to the green flag. Speaking about the green flag, let's run through tonight's starting lineup for feature number 1. So here we go for the starting lineup for the LaPlante Racing Products Triple Crown Series. Feature number 1 won't count to those points, but they will set you up nicely for feature number 2, where all the points will be awarded for that. But here in feature number 1, Nathan Coaster in the 52 machine will lead the field to the green flag. To his outside would be the 44 machine of Zach Nichols if he didn't have to start at the back winning last week. Jaden Kutachi in the 11 car will roll off P number 3. Stephen Hoffman in the 86 will start P number 4. Rounding out the top 5 will be the 1 car of Tanner Tallarico. Matt Moduleski in the 53 machine, he will roll off in the 6th position. Jimmy Gauker in the 2 will start 7th. Reggie Long in the 38 machine will roll off P number 8. Landon Atkins in the 11 car will start 9th. And rounding out the top 10, that will be the 59 car of Nate Henry. Starting in P number 11 will be the 88 machine of Chuck Darling. Dave Payton in the 38 will start in 12th. Run off 13th here tonight will be the 7 car of Zane Cruz. Morgan Byard in the 99 will start in 14th. Devin McDonald in the 18 machine will roll off 15th, 16th, going to the 13 of Zach Hoare. Cody Kennedy in the 63 will start 17th, 18th, going to John Perriel in the 82. TJ Hassan in the 41 machine will start 19th, and John DeBeester in the 2 will round out the field starting 20th. So 20 cars on the starting grid, 20 cars ready to do battle here tonight. Like I said before, this is going to be feature number 1 of 2. So it looks like Nathan Coaster also will take an EOL, so that will move up row number 2 to row number 1. Now Jaden Kratachi going to be on the point here tonight and going to lead the field to the green flag. As it looks like we will get a delayed start here tonight. These laps aren't going to count to the timing and scoring, even though they'll click on up there on the left side of our screen. Since we haven't taken the green flag, nothing will count yet. So I believe next time by we'll get the wave and the 1 to go signal here. As now the front row will be Jaden Kratachi and Stephen Hoffman. So lights do go out on the Five Flag Speedway, and just announced last week, ASRC is ready to rock and roll for another Snowball Derby. You can catch that live. I believe it's going to be on the Turn 3 Race Network. Still working out the details, but I believe January 9th and 10th, if you want to be a part of the race in action, that will come on out and be some big time purses here. But here tonight, Jaden Kratachi on the loud pedal, and we go green flag racing here in Pensacola for feature number 1. Kratachi shot out of a cannon out in front. He has a big time advantage, as we have a battle for second on our hands. Stephen Hoffman trying to hang to the outside of Tallarico. Hoffman will be able to almost get clear by the time they get to turn number 1. Still side by side for P number 2 right behind them. Matt Modulewski says same with the 2-car Jimmy Gauker. With these guys side by side behind, it allowed Jaden Kratachi to start to check out in front of the field here tonight. Still side by side for that second position. Tallarico gets an advantage on corner entry, then Stephen Hoffman with the advantage in the middle of the corner as well as corner exit. A little bit deeper in the field here, we see Zane Cruz and Chuck Darling side by side. Cruz up top in that 7 machine. Chuck Darling down low in the 88. Oh, a little bit of problems for Landon Atkins there. That 11 car up and out of the groove there. Not sure if he got loose or got the wall, but his car floated on up. Luckily able to keep that car underneath him as he will try power around. Yes, he will power around as, oh, 1 car sideways. Nate Henry off the nose of Chuck Darling. Somehow Henry able to save that race car. We stay green flag here. Man, oh man, tough racing here as we get our first caution here of the evening. It looks like Cody Kennedy in that Mopar 63 machine spun around here on the front stretch. So we will take a look here at the replay, see what happened to the 63 off of turn number 4. And it looks like Kennedy just gets that back end to kick out from underneath him. And that car will come to a slide and a stop right at the start finish line. So the first caution of the night going to come out with a single car incident, as this is going to be race number 2 of the LaPlante Racing Products Triple Crown Series next week. Well, next week, that is racing action, will be in 2 weeks at Linear Speedway. That will be the 3rd and final race of the Triple Crown Series. But coming into tonight, here are the points. Anthony Danta leads the way over Jaden Kratachi. Danta not making the call here tonight, so Kritachi could be in a great spot to take over the points lead and have a shot at that money. Also sitting in third in points is actually myself, Brett the Jet. Last time at Stafford, I finished P number 3, so I will also drop out of the standings. P number 4 is Ron Hart, who is also not here tonight. Tanner Tallarico in 5th. He's running in 2nd, so he could have a very good shot at that. Stephen Hoffman sits 6th in points. Dave Payton 7th. Matt Vade in 8th. Zach Nichols 9th, and Eric Holly 10th. So about half of those guys not making the call here tonight. So the LaPlante Triple Crown standings are going to look a lot different after tonight. This time by, Jaden Kritachi will have choose at the start finish line, and it looks like that 11 car will choose this inside lane here. So the lights will go out around the Five Flag Speedway, and that means one thing: we will re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to get back to green flag racing. So the field doubles on up here. Cody Kennedy taking the claim on that one. We'll start shotgun of the field, and let's take a look here from the stands of Pensacola as we fire back on off and head back to green flag racing here. Once again, Kritachi gets away with a great start over the field. Now Stephen Hoffman going to try and work the inside of Tallarico for second. Hoffman able to get clear for a second, not able to slam the door shut. Here comes now Jimmy Gauker as well in that kind of teal and white number 2. He is right on the back bumper of the 86 machine of Hoffman. Still side by side for that position. Further on back, Zach Nichols continues to work his way through the field. Nichols up into P number 12 here. It looks like Hoffman able to get clear. Now it's Jimmy Gauker trying to get around the one car of Tallarico. Man, at the start of that first run, it seemed like the top side was where it was at. Now it seems like the bottom side starting to come back in on the speedway as Gauker will take over P number 3 here. Now here comes Matt Modulewski trying to get around the one car. Modulewski not able to get the run down the back straightaway, so he will fall in line. Right behind Modulewski sits Reggie Long, Zane Cruz, Landon Atkins, all under a blanket right there. Zane Cruz getting to the inside of Long for that 6th position here. Long able to hang on to the spot for the time being. Further on back, we get a caution on the speedway. It looks like TJ Hassan here might be involved in this one. It looks like the 99 machine of Morgan Byard also with some heavy damage. No rear end on that car, so it looks like that 99 should be coming down pit road, get some of that damage repaired, because that car is going to be super, super loose. As we see even there, he has to hang on to that race car. That thing is going to be a handful without a rear spoiler here. So we take a look here. It looks like contact between Morgan and Nathan Coaster, and then, oh man, TJ Hassan having nowhere to go there. Guesses that the bottom side will be open, and that is not the case. Big time impact there between the 44 and the 99. As it looks like Morgan Ballard down on pit road here, so he might call it a night. But that's kind of the one good thing with dual features. If you get wrecked out in feature number 1, you'll have a brand new car and a full reset added for feature number 2. Looks like Morgan gets back out here on the speedway, but still no rear spoiler on the 99 machine. Oh, and it looks like also not going to beat the pace car on out, so the 99 will go one lap down here. And Hopefully someone lets that 99 car. He has no rear spoiler. That car is going to be a handful if he tries to get that thing up to song and then, you know, sail it into turn number one. That thing's going to try and whip on around faster than a wingless sprint car on iRacing, I'll tell you that much. So Jaden Katachi once again going to choose the inside lane here on the restart. That moves Stephen Hoffman once again to the outside of the front row. As this is kind of familiar front row here as we get ready to head back to racing here at Five Flags just before the halfway point here in feature number one. Jaden Katachi going to wait a little bit longer to jump on the loud pedal. A little bit of coordinating through the field, but everyone so far so good. With the race lead, Jimmy Gauker up into second. Now a battle for third here as Tanner Tallarico, Stephen Hoffman once again side by side out on the racetrack. Seems like all night long those two have been side by side. Once again, that is the case. This time though, Tallarico back down on the bottom, Hoffman up top. A little bit deeper in the field here, side by side. That is the 88 and the 38. Dave Payne trying to hang on to that spot from Chuck Darling. And then behind them, 2x2, 3 rows deep. You can see some of these cars get very loose on corner exit. These guys trying to hang on to these race cars. A lot of power in a session here tonight. This track is hot, it's slick, and it's a handful for these drivers. At that time by, we see cross flags from the flag stand. We are halfway down already here in feature number one. So Dave Payne able to get that position here. So Payne back into P number 8. Zach Nichols trying to get around Chuck Darling for P number 9. The 44 with the advantage. The 44 now clear. Zach Nichols started 20th here. He is up into the top 10. And more importantly, Zach Nichols is into the invert here tonight. Remember, the invert is the top 12 here. So right now that battle could very well be Devin McDonald and Zach Hoyer. As right in front of them, Nathan Coaster trying to get around Chuck Darling here. Coaster qualified with the quick time here tonight. Took the EOL, so he started at the back of the field with the 44 machine. Both those cars able to continue to work their way to the front, but out in front, it has been the Jaden Kurtachi show. He has led every lap here tonight as the 11 car a little loose there, right there through 3 and 4. But he will keep that car underneath him now with 20 to go at the stripe. So far, still no change. It is Jaden Kurtachi, Jimmy Gauker, then Stephen Hoffman, Tanner Tallarico, and now Zane Cruz up into the top 5. You're heading looking to right around that top 10 position. Both Zach Nichols and Nathan Coaster able to get around Dave Payne. Oh, one car hard in the wall there down the back straightaway. That was Devin McDonald. And with that wall hit, McDonald will fall outside of the invert now. So McDonald has his work cut out in front of him here as he will try and get back to at least P number 12. Further up towards the front, Zach Nichols able to get around the 11 car, Landon Atkins. So Nichols up into 7th. As now Atkins under fire from Nathan Coaster. Coaster trying to roll that car in there, tries to get a good run there on the 11. Let's ride on board with the 11, looking back at the 53 machine. Oh, and you can hear it there, that spike in RPM. That is a clear indicator of wheel spin here as Atkins gonna have to now pinch the car off the corner. That'll allow the 53 machine to get on by on the high side. Now here we go. Greggy Long under fire from Zach Nichols. Nichols continues his march up through the field here as he now looks to the inside of the 38 machine. Further up towards the front here, a little bit of an issue with the lap traffic. That has slowed down Jimmy Gauker. Now here comes Stephen Hoffman all over the back bumper of the two. As, oh man, more troubles there as Zach Nichols get held up big time. Somehow they didn't wreck there, but here we go. The battle for second is on as here comes Stephen Hoffman to the inside of Gauker for second. Oh, Hoffman will lean on Gauker a little bit on corner entry. How will the two-car react? More contact, and around goes Hoffman. Stephen Hoffman here will get that car rolling in turn number one, but we saw contact there leading up to the caution as Stephen Hoffman now sits with a damaged race car, maybe just inside of the top 10. As we take a look here one more time, we take a look here at the contact. The 86 of Hoffman slides him on up, then more contact on corner exit, and then Gauker gets a little loose. Hoffman tries to use up all the racing surface, and then Tanner Tallarico, kind of an innocent bystander there. I think that one car might have a little bit of nose damage. So Stephen Hoffman down on pit road with that damage. It looks like Jimmy Gauker gonna elect to stay on out and at least try and hang on to the top 12 here with the invert. Third caution of the night will set up about I want to say a 7-lap shootout to send things on off. So before we do that, a quick word from our partners over at Premier Setup Shops. So here we go. Once again, Jaden Katachi choosing the inside lane here on the restart. And it's going to set up a 6-lap shootout to end things here in feature number one. Jaden Katachi once again in control, has led every single lap here in feature number one. As, whoa, tons of wheel spin through the field. Everyone able to get it rolling. Greggy Long on the worst end of things. He will drop all the way outside the invert, outside the top 10 even. Jimmy Gauker able to take over P number 2. Here comes the 44 machine of Zach Nichols. Can Nichols go from the back to the front in 50 laps? He now works over the 2 machine, as now Tallarico under fire from Zane Cruz, as well as Nathan Coaster in there. Man, 2nd through 6. All under a blanket here. Oh, as we get a caution here on the speedway. It looks like it is once again the 63 machine of Cody Kennedy, and that will set up our one and only green-white checkered of the night. As we take a look, see what happened to the 63 machine of Cody Kennedy. Kennedy right here battling in the 12th position. So a spot that matters a lot with the invert. It looks like once again, Kennedy just gets the back end to step out underneath him. And looks like we'll lose the feel of that car. And once again, slide it on the front stretch here. So here we go, a green-white checker to end things on off. Zach Nichols up into second. It has been the great Jaden Kratachi show. Will that be the case here? He has to defend from his team car. As you can tell, pretty much the same exact paint scheme for almost the top three here. So that is pretty cool to see. Getting a little bit of preview of some Snowball Derby paint schemes as they get ready for that in January here. Alrighty, so here we go. Next time by at the stripe will be the choose for the 11 car. Kratachi has chosen the inside lane every single time. I don't see that changing here for the green-white checkered attempt. Of course, with a green-white checkered, a few rules to make things happen. So once we take the green flag, if we get a caution before the white, we will end things under the caution flag conditions. If the leader takes the white flag, we are racing back to the checkered no matter what happens out on the speedway. As here we go, lights are out around the speedway, and now we wait for the iRace and Pace truck to head down pit road. It will do that. Now Jaden Kratachi will fire on off, and we get ready for our first green-white checkered of the night. Kratachi not able to get super far away from Nichols. Nichols will try the crossover down the back straightaway. Nichols gets his nose to the inside. Contact for the race lead. As this time by, we'll see the white flag. One more to go. It's a dead even draw heading into turn number one. Further on back, Zane Cruz able to get to third. Jimmy Gowker trying to nurse that wounded race car home. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. It is going to be a drag race to the stripe, but Jaden Kratachi will go flag to flag and pick up the win here in feature number one. Zach Nichols will finish second, Zane Cruz third, Tanner Tallarico fourth, and Zach Coyer up into the top 5. As man, what a race that was there. As we will try and get a word here with Jaden Kratachi and see what his thoughts are there after feature number one. So we'll go to a quick commercial break. On the other side, we'll try and chat with the driver of the 11 car. Alrighty, folks, we are back here at the Five Flag Speedway, and looks like we got a word with the winner of feature number one. It is the 11 car of Jaden Kratachi. Jaden, you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. First and foremost, wow, what a finish that was. How you feel, my man?
Not gonna lie, I thought I choked it for a second by giving the bottom, but I kind of figured if we did get stuck up top, we probably would be all right, especially with how loosely we're on exit. So that kind of worked out in our favor. But man, that was nerve-wracking but fun.
Yeah, man.
You always got to earn them here.
Yeah, that was a wild race. You're able to go flag to flag, though, but of course, with some heavy pressure there behind, you had to be a little bit worried with that final green white checkered when that flew and seeing that 44 machine already up to second.
Yeah, I seen him back in fifth on that restart prior, and I was like, all right, we'll probably be okay there. And as we're coming to the 2 to go or 3 to go, whatever it was, ended up getting that caution, and then I seen he was all the way up to second. I was like, well, this is gonna be pretty tough to do now. I know Zach's really good, and he's always been good. Dude needs to go touch some grass here and there. Let's be real, but no, it was a fun race with him. I knew it was gonna be tough, like you said, but we managed to hold on and had a pretty good side-by-side clean finish of the line.
Yeah, that finish was an exciting one, and it seems like whenever that 11 and 44 machine are side by side, man, it always gets the fans on their feet.
Yeah, yeah, it's always a show, that's for sure. For us drivers in the car, we don't like it because the stress and the adrenaline's rushing pretty good there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun getting to race them there at the end, and kind of had a little bit of a battle.
Yeah, for sure, man, and that sets you up kind of for this 12 car invert. Now, you didn't have to deal with too much passing out here. What's the game plan here for this next 75 starting in 12?
Just be patient, you know. Just kind of the same thing I did here. Zach said I had a lot more drive off compared to him, and I really felt like I excelled at that off of turn 4, especially there coming to the checkered. So probably honestly just run that same pace I had, kind of got it down to a T a little bit, and we'll see where it ends up putting us in this next race.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. Well, Jaden, before we let you go, I'm going to go hand over the mic to you and thank who you got to thank. And then I say let's get Zach Nichols up in here too and have all of us chat a little bit.
Fine by me, but Hoax Graphics, Preferred Warranties, R&B Car Company, Community Wide, Federal Credit Union, TechWorks Trailers Sales, United Plumbing, R&M Towing, oh shoot, Stetler Performance, and Port City Race Cars. Ryan Competition Engines, obviously another bad fast motor. Port City got our chassis dialed down. Christian Center Church as well. That's another one I need to shout out. But yeah, and also Zach for driving me clean. Usually you don't get that out of Zach, you know. Gotta bust teammate a little bit here and there, but yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it looked like a bunch of fun. Let's get a word with Zach in here as well. Zach, we got you in the booth now with Jaden. Man, how about that finish? How you feeling?
Shoot, he's in here. I don't want him in here. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm surprised I got up there, to be honest. I caught some lucky breaks. You know, people spinning tires and crashing. But yeah, that last battle was pretty fun.
Yeah, that it was. And I mean, how do you guys kind of balance the win versus how you race your teammates there? Because I tell you what, I told Jaden, when you two are side by side, man, the fans always on their feet.
Yeah, I like Jaden, so going to that last corner, I was gonna give him a break. I wasn't gonna use him up. You know, if it was Greggy Long or something, he'd probably be in the catch fence. But yeah, I mean, Jaden always races me clean. Maybe not in the hosted stuff, but whenever we get
Yeah, that's a
the
different story.
serious stuff, he races me clean. So try to give it back.
Alrighty, well, you guys will lock out row number 6. What's the game plan for the teammates here in feature number 2?
Zach, I say we just go into turn 1 full throttle and tag team them all.
That's not a bad idea.
Clean them out. Clean them out.
Gonna
Have an underdog win tonight.
Gonna try to run a slower pace this time. I think I burnt the rears off a little bit. Jaden definitely, I feel like, had more drive at the end, but yeah, just gonna bide our time and hopefully we can get towards the front.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. Well, it seems like they're calling drivers to their cars, so good luck in the feature number 2 tonight, boys. I'm sure you guys will put on another great show here.
It's GG. Nate Coaster starting P2 with Modzaleski on the front row with them, so it's GG.
Exactly. Feel better, watch out, right?
Yeah. All right, gotta strap in now.
Yep, for sure, boys. Good luck.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks, that was our top 2 finishers here tonight. Zach Nichols as well as Jaden Kutachi. Man, I tell you what, it's always a good time chatting with those boys, and congrats to those guys with the first and second as we get ready to head through tonight's starting lineup for feature number 2. Matt Moduleski will lead the field to the green flag here tonight in the 63 machine. Nathan Coaster in the 52 will start P number 2. Dave Payton in the 38 machine will start here in third. Fourth going to the 88 of Chuck Darling. Landon Atkins in the 11 car will start fifth. Sixth going to the 2 of Jimmy Gauker. Starting in seventh is the 18 of Devin McDonald. Zach Hoyer in the 13 machine will roll off eighth. Ninth going to Tanner Tallarico in the 1. Rounding out the top 10 is Zane Cruz in the 7. Zach Nichols in the 44 will start 11th. And Jaden Kratachi in the 11 car will start in 12th. 13th here tonight will be Nate Henry. 14th going to Greggy Long. 15th is Stephen Hoffman. TJ Hassan will start 16th. 17th going to John DeMeester. Cody Cadini in 18th. John Perrialt 19th. And Morgan Byard will round out the field here for feature number 2. So here we go. The field ready to rock and roll here for feature number 2. As you can see, 25 more laps added to the distance. As this time by will be the wave lap here, so get up on your feet, wave your hats, wave your kids, wave that hot dog you got in your hand, because next time by, the field will turn them loose, and we get ready for feature number 2. And this is the important feature here tonight, folks. This will pay the points for that LaPlante Triple Crown Challenge, as well as we'll be talking with our top 3 podium finishers after this one. So here we go. It's going to be Modulewski and Coaster on the front row. Modulewski will fire on off in the 14 machine, and we go green flag racing here for feature number 2. Pretty even start from the front row. Coaster trying to keep that car rocking and rolling. Can't quite do it. It looks like Modulewski will lead, I believe, his first lap this season of ASRC, and will lead at the stripe as we get a caution on the speedway. Greggy Long here turning on around. We will take a look here, see what happened to bring out our first Boardwalk Subs caution flag here on lap number 1. So Greggy Long trying to slot on in. Oh, and then Nate Henry maybe missing his brake marker there. Gets into the back of the 38 machine, and looks like Long will back it into the turn 3 wall pretty decently there. So I would have to expect the 38 machine down on pit road, try and get some of that damage repaired, and that looks like that will be the case here. So Justin Brooks Designs 38 machine will head to his pit stall, try and get some of that damage repair. You can see some pretty good damage in that left rear quarter panel. As out in front, no real changes up towards the front. Maybe a few cars losing or gaining one position, but overall not really enough time to have the cars try and work through the field, work out where you want to be. And like Zach Nichols said, he thinks the pace will be turned on down just a little bit here in feature number 2. 1, because of the setup, and 2, because there's now 25 more laps in this one. So here we go. Matt Modulewski gonna have the choose here at the stripe. Was able to start on the inside of the front row there at the start. Now can choose the high side if he would like, but it looks like that the 53 or the 14 on the car will choose this inside lane. So the rest of the field gonna re-rack, restack, and we get ready to get back to green flag racing. So here we go. Once again, front row going to be Modulewski and Coaster. Matt on the loud pedal here, and we head back to green flag racing. As once again, Coaster gets a pretty good start on that outside lane. We'll see if the 52 will try the crossover down the back straightaway. Looks like we'll ride in line, at least for the time being. First 2 now make it first 3 single filed out. The first 2 cars side by side. Landon Atkins and Chuck Darling. Darling trying to get to the inside of the 11 machine. They will go side by side down the back straightaway. Atkins running Oh, 3 wide here into turn number 1 as Chuck Darling gets a little bit loose. How will this work on out? Looks like Dev McDonald will get out of it a little bit. Now 3 wide once again here as Zane Cruz will shoot through the middle there in the 7 machine. So man, Dev McDonald once again on the losing end of a backstretch here tonight at 5 flags. We'll try and get back some of those positions. I was going to say Landon Atkins here tonight running a Jason Felver-esque paint scheme here in the 11 machine. Currently running in the 4th position here is right behind them. Here comes Jimmy Gauker. Gauker, of course, got some damage late in the last one, fell a few positions, but here in this one, the car all clean, and Jimmy Gauker trying to race his way back to the front here. Right behind them, once again, Tanner Tallarico, Zane Cruz side by side. These two were duking it out late in the stages there in feature number 1. Once again, side by side, and right behind them, Zach Nichols and Jada Kratachi sit there waiting for one car to get an advantage slot in line, and then we'll probably start turning it up with about 50 to go, but still a lot of time left in the race here tonight. I was going to say one car sounded like they were loose, and once again, Greggy Long here looping the car around here in 3 and 4. Let's take a look here, see if Long got some help or what happened to the 38 machine. As it looks like once again, maybe Long and Nate Henry getting together as we take a look here into turn number 3. And yeah, almost deja vu, the 59 machine into the back of the 38, at least this time for Long, able to keep it out of the outside wall. So no new damage for the 38 machine, but as yeah, it has been a tough going so far at the start of feature number 2 to the 38 machine of Long. As yeah, out in front though, Matt Moduleski leading the way here tonight. So he is looking pretty sporty here. And another big thing that these drivers have in the back of their minds, the winner here of feature number 2 is guaranteed a spot into the ASRC Snowball. So not only LaPlante racing points to race for, regular season points, but also a guaranteed start in the big Snowball Derby. I think is going to have over a $200 prize purse. It's going to be a big deal, and if you can guarantee in, you don't have to worry about qualifying night on that Friday night. And I think on this next restart, I think we do a little turn 3, turn it up. Let the cars do some talking here at 5 flags. So we'll set it on up, but then on the restart, we will let the cars do the talking. So this time by Matt, gonna have the choose once again, has restarted on the inside lane every single time. Looks like this time will be the case here, as the rest of the field gonna double on up and get ready to go back to green flag racing here. So once again, it's going to be Moduleski and Coaster on the front row. Row number 2 will have Payton and Atkins. Row number 3, Gauker and Darling, as we get ready to turn them up for turn 3. Turn it up. Alrighty, we head back to racing action here. Just as we do that, we get a caution here on the speedway, and wow, one car stopped in the middle of the track. That is a 2 machine of John DeMeester. Luckily, everyone doing a good heads-up job at missing the bright yellow number 2 machine, but man, that could have been very, very bad. So let's see what kicked things on off here as John DeMeester goes on around here on the front straightaway. So we take a look here and looking at that yellow 2 machine. Oh, it looks like DeMeester just loses the feel of the back end of the number 2. And then with that, will come to a stop. Tries to get that car, I think, rocking and rolling again. But yeah, with that left side weight, will come to a stop. And then here comes a scary one right here. He will park it, and then the rest of the field will go flying on by. Wow, Devin McDonald just able to get on through. Man, like I said, that could have been very, very bad there. As with this third caution here in feature number 2, that will pretty much set up the same distance that we went in feature number 1. So these drivers already have the data point from feature number 1 on how things can play on out for this next 50 laps. So we will have to see if that will still be the case here. Some big time movers here in feature number 2, one of them being Stephen Hoffman. Hoffman up 6 positions from where he started. He is inside the top 10 currently in P number 9. One of the biggest drivers falling in positions is Devin McDonald. We saw why down that back straightaway, lost a whole bunch of spots. McDonald just outside of the top 10 here in 12. So the field re-racked, restacked, and we're going to have a 49 lap dash to the finish here from here on out. Once again, it has been the same front row in feature number 2, and once again, same outcome as Matt Modulewski will get the advantage by the time they dive into turn number 1. A little bit more side-by-side action as Nathan Coaster gets a run off of turn number 2. The 52 machine gonna have a shot at it as Matt gonna try and defend as we get once again a caution here on the speedway and a lot of cars here on the front stretch. Greggy Long involved. It looks like Cody Kennedy stopped here. Morgan Bard as well. So we will see what could have kicked things on off here, as maybe it may start all the way up in the 18 machine of Devin McDonald. So it looks like Chuck Darling a little bit slow. McDonald into the back of Kratacci. Kratacci will get that car righted. Morgan Bard trying to hang on to that car as well, and then ping-ponging all down the front straightaway. Let's take a look here one more time. Maybe looking a little bit deeper in the field, so you can see the contact there between the 18 and the 11. That ultimately what sends it on out. Greggy Long into the back of the 99, then the 99 just trying to save that race car. Comes back up, collects the 38. And everyone else just trying to make evasive maneuvers here on the front straightaway as it starts to be blocked. But a tough break here tonight for the 99 and Greggy Long's race, man. Still going rough. I think Long might be calling it a night as well. So quite a few cars down on pit road. The 18 machine of Devin McDonald, the 2 of John DeMeester, the 11 of Jaden Kratacci, and same with the 59 of Nate Henry. So a lot of cars getting some work done to their cars. As yeah, back half of this field has been pretty much in like survival mode, man. It has been tough back there. Up in front, it's been some really good racing here, but hopefully we can start to string a decent run together here. As you can tell, already 4 Boardwalk Subs cautions here in the first 30 laps here of feature number 2. It looks like once again Matt going to choose the inside lane, so still no change on the front row as we get ready for the 4th restart of the night. Little Zach Nichols update here. Nichols is up to P number 7 here. As the field doubled on up, getting ready to turn them back on loose once again. The iRacing Pace truck here heads down pit road, and Matt Moduleski on the loud pedal, and we head back to green flag racing. Moduleski able to get clear by the time they get to turn number 1. So Matt with the point. Now here comes Jimmy Gauker. Gauker will start to look to the inside of the 52 coaster. Side-by-side battle here for that 2nd position here. As we start to approach the halfway point here in feature number 2. A great heads-up battle for that 2nd position further on back. Dave Payton starting to lose a few positions as Zane Cruz able to get by. Same with Zach Nichols. Zach Nichols up into the top 5 here with plenty of laps still left in this one. Landon Atkins now under fire here from Zach Hoyer. Those two will go side by side as battle for the 8th position on the speedway right in front of Stephen Hoffman and Chuck Darling. Still a heads-up battle for that 2nd position on the speedway. No real advantage to either lane, so it is all about how much you can push this car to the edge without overstepping it. As this time Matt Moduleski will see cross flags here in feature number 2. Halfway down, halfway home here tonight at Pensacola. Last time Matt was behind the wheel was at Bristol with the street stocks. Didn't have the finish he wanted, was actually involved in an incident that he says, hey, we want to leave that thing in the past, and here tonight he is doing just that. Out in front, clean track in front of him. Matt Moduleski looking for his first ever ASRC win. Right behind them, contact for 2nd. Nathan Coaster able to somehow hang onto that race car, but Coaster and Jimmy Gauker get together, and Coaster goes from 2nd all the way back to 13th there with contact from the 2 machine. Now Jimmy Gauker has clean racetrack. Oh, one car stopped down low. That is the 38 machine of Dave Payton. Payton will now get that car rolling, but no caution out on the speedway, so we'll take a look here, see what happened to Dave Payton in turns 1 and 2. Has a 7 machine of Zane Cruz right behind him here, and let's see if there was some sort of contact between the 2 of them, as Payton was running in that 5th position here. And yeah, looks like Cruz just gets into the back of him, as right here live we get caution out on the speedway, and it looks like Zane Cruz stopped. Same with the 11 as Landon Atkins. As we will try and take a look here, see what happened down the front straightaway. As, oh man, contact between the 11 and the 7. As it sounds like Landon Atkins taking claim for that caution there, but Atkins into the side, and wow, Nathan Coaster able to shoot through the opening gap there. But I'm sure Zane Cruz is not happy, having himself a really good night here up in the top 5. Now will find himself all the way back in about 15th here. As man, oh man, if there's one thing our race leader Matt Moduleski did not want to see here was a caution flag. Now Jimmy Gauker, Zach Nichols gets to start right behind the 14 machine. And this time by here at the stripe will be about 30 to go. So it'll probably be a 28 lap shootout here once we go back green flag racing. So start to get very, very close to the countdown clock here in feature number 2. Current top 5 looking like the following. Matt Modulewski, our current race leader, has led since the drop of the green flag. Jimmy Gauker has made it up to second. Zach Nichols third. Tanner Tallarico having himself a nice rebound. He is up into fourth. And Zach Coyer, he finished in fifth last race. He is back to fifth. And you want to talk about some rebound here tonight. Jaden Kritachi is back into seventh. So don't count out this 11 car. Was able to win feature number 1. He is right back in the thick of it here in feature number 2. As here we go, front row will be Modulewski and Gauker. Those two side by side and getting ready to turn it on loose. As once again, we head to the stands for the restart here tonight as we head back to green flag racing. Modulewski able to get clear from Gauker. Now Zach Nichols and Jimmy Gauker side by side for second. Those two dead even at the stripe that time by. So it is heads up racing for that second position. Give the advantage now to Zach Nichols here just for a moment. Contact between the two of them. A little bit of paint traded, but so far so good. As deeper in the field, Cody Kennedy having an issue there. Down the front straightaway, it looks like some heavy damage for the 63 machine. Further on back, Zane Cruz trying to drive back through the field, involved in that last caution. Cruz trying to get back into the top 10 with a wounded number 7 machine. There down the back straightaway, Zach Nichols able to complete the pass. And this time by, we will have 24 laps left in this one. Single filed out throughout most of the field here. Matt Modulewski has to hang on for now 23 and a half more laps. And he has to do it against some of the best, because here comes Zach Nichols. He will look to the inside into turn number 1. Side by side for the race lead. First time we have seen this here in feature number 2. Modulewski going to try and sail it in there deep, keep that momentum rocking and rolling in lane number 2. Able to do that time. So Matt going to be able to hang on to the point. Further on back here, Nathan Coaster trying to make his way up through the field once again. Got shuffled on back with contact from the 2 machine. Coaster trying to work over the right side of Stephen Hoffman for the 7th position, but Coaster looks like may have gotten tight there in the middle. Car washed on up. We'll have to re-rack and try it again. Jaden Kritachi back up into 6th. Our feature number 1 winner here tonight. Setting his sights here on Zach Coyer for that 5th position here. Let's ride on board with Jaden Kritachi, see what he is seeing. Jaden able to drive it in there deep into turn number 1, get to the outside of Zach Coyer. What a power move there by the 11 as he will try and get that spot, but we get I think a caution flag on the speedway. Yes, we do, right when Zach Nichols was setting up another pass for the lead. As it looks like more trouble for Zane Cruz out here. It looks And we will see what happened to Zane Cruz out here on the speedway. As it looks like Cruz gets the wall down the back straightaway. And then from there, it looks like Cruz slow on the speedway. Not sure if he had an engine let go or what happened. Locks it on up. Keeps it up out of the way. But yeah, that is what draws the caution there as the 7 car comes to a stop on the front straightaway. So we hate to see racing kind of stop for a reason like that, but I tell you what, I think Matt Modulewski, thankful for that caution. He gets a little bit more life as it looks like John DeMeester going to be the lucky dog this time by. So I believe with DeMeester back on the lead lap here, that will put, I think, 15 cars on the lead lap here. So I believe we've had 5 retires so far here tonight. As it will be a 12-lap shootout to figure things on out. Right now, Matt Modulewski sits with the race lead. Zach Nichols up into second. Jimmy Gauker in third. Tanner Tallarico fourth. And Jaden Kratacci up into the top 5 here. Zach Coyer in sixth. Stephen Hoffman seventh. Nathan Coaster eighth. Dave Payton MP number 9, and Landon Atkins rounding out the top 10. As once again, Matt Modulewski choosing the inside lane here as the field will re-rack, restack. As here we go, Modulewski's had some pretty good restarts. This may be the most important restart of the night for the 14 machine. Modulewski on the loud pedal here, and we head back to green flag racing after a great start. Zach Nichols, though, will sail in there deep, try and get to the right rear quarter panel of Modulewski. Will be able to do that down the back straightaway. Once again, side by side for the race lead. Matt gonna get loose. We'll put Zach Nichols in the wall there. Looks like no damage to either car, but I don't know how many more hits those cars can take like that here tonight. As speed's very, very high around the 5 Flag Speedway. There at the stripe, new race leader for the first time as Zach Nichols will take over the point. Zach Nichols will lead here. Nathan Coaster with a bit of an issue there through 3 and 4. He will pull high on the racetrack, but will stay green flag out here. Now Matt Modulewski under fire from Jimmy Gauker for second. Side by side for second here as now Tanner Tallarico right behind them. He is under fire from Zach Coyer. Coyer to the inside, Tallarico up top right in front of them. Gauker able to get clear. So Jimmy Gauker up to P number 2. Jaden Kratacci now trying to take over third away. Kratacci will be able to do that, but I don't think he has enough time. That 11 car gonna have to hope for a caution before it's all said and done. Further on back here, Zach Coyer, Tanner Tallarico still side by side out here on the speedway. Tallarico, of course, running big time for the LaPlante Triple Crown points here, so he needs just a solid finish, but his biggest rival, Jaden Kratacci, in those points up to second now. Kratacci has 5 laps to try and run down our race leader, about a half a second gap. Does he have enough time? Further on back, Dave Payne, Nathan Coaster doing battle here. Right in front of them, the 11 car, Landon Atkins sits. That time by at the stripe, we get 4 laps to go left in this one here. Coaster able to get by the 38 machine, so Coaster once again back into the top 10 here. Landon Atkins, a big slide there from the red and white 11 machine, but able to keep that car underneath him. Kritachi able to kind of click off a few hundredths from our race leader, but looks like not going to be enough this time by popsicle sticks up in the air for Zach Nichols. It is now 2 to go, and Zach Nichols, he may not need a provisional when it comes to qualifying here, but he has a shot to do so with a win. White flag is out. 1 more to go for Zach Nichols. Nichols down the back straightaway for the final time here at 5 Flags. And the guy to look to go 3 in a row, Zach Nichols, will pick up the win here at 5 Flags. Jaden Kritachi will finish P number 2. Jimmy Gauker will round out the podium. Matt Modulewski, with one of his best career finishes, will finish 4th. And Zach Coyer will finish 5th in both features. As Zach Nichols down here on the front straightaway gets some congratulations from some of his teammates here, but it looks like Zach Nichols getting boxed on in. Will be able to burn it on down now. As Zach Nichols will celebrate the win, but man, a stout podium here tonight at 5 Flags. With once again, No Chance Motorsports, man, able to sweep the podium here. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be able to chat with him after a quick commercial break.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here at 5 Flags Speedway, and the first driver we'll be talking to here tonight is our 3rd place driver, that being the 2 machine of Jimmy Gauker. Jimmy, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Yeah, I got a copy, Brett. What's up?
All right, man. How are we feeling here after 2 features at 5 Flags Speedway?
Not gonna lie, I'm a little worn out since how loose the car's been both races, just driving like a dirt car pretty much around here. But yeah, that was a lot of fun there in both features. Sucks I got put in the wall there that first race, but overall, really fun night though.
Yeah, and I mean that was a tough break for sure there with the getting in put in the wall there in feature number 1. How do you kind of re-rack, restack, and then get ready for feature number 2? Then you at least know, hey, got a clean car for that, and have the invert on your side as well.
Yeah, it helped me one spot from the first race, but yeah, I took the first race as more like a learning race, you know, how we're gonna do in the longer run and how the tires gonna feel, because the track was so hot, and just didn't drive the car right. I feel like I just over overheated my tires, didn't have a good enough car, but I definitely took that, learned it, made a lesson out of it in the second race there. Definitely feel like we had a shot to win this, but I think it was just figure out who was getting in front of Matt first between me, Zach, or Jaden there.
Yeah, that definitely seemed like the decision maker. As yeah, Jimmy, you were able to get through the field pretty quickly here, and then yeah, you and Matt, running. It seemed like nose to tail for quite a few laps. What more did you need from the two car to maybe get the job done?
Probably a little more drive off, honestly. We were just very free off and just couldn't get to the couldn't get all the way down on the pedal there. I guess a lot of people were struggling with that tonight, but I guess Jaden had his left front knocked out and he was hauling the mail, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes you can get lucky, right, on iRacing, get that damage that somehow helps the race car almost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was like, he goes, I'm hauling cheeks right now. I'm like, ain't no way. And I just look at him one restart, he's on my bumper. I go, oh great.
Yeah, for sure, man. And yeah, you mentioned you're a little bit wore out, but ASRC has announced that we're running the Snowball Derby, so 300 laps, maybe with a setup similar to this. How are we feeling about that race? A lot of money on the line, and you, Jimmy, have a pretty good track record with money races in the supers, right?
Oh yeah, especially when I first came back a few weeks ago at Langley. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad to hear that's happening January 9th to January 10th. I was kind of shocked about it. I was thinking it was just going to be the Derby, but I was not suspecting the Snowflake race. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and Tanner and everyone else who's all involved for putting that up.
Yeah, and then here tonight, we look well. First and foremost, we look forward to seeing you out there. I saw that you made the commitment to run with that, so we're excited to have you as well as streaming it as well. So that should be exciting to see as well. Where can we find you streaming at?
Search on YouTube, just search up Jimmy Gawker, just spelling right there on the broadcast, and just make sure you guys subscribe, like all the videos possible, and turn the bell on so you get notified when I go live.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to rewatch tonight as well as the Snowball Derby. I'm sure some good clips from you tonight, especially from feature number one, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was three wide there at the end with Landon and Devin was pretty fun there at the end.
Yeah, that looked like some exciting racing. But yeah, Jimmy, some good stuff. And, not only do we have all that stuff to look forward to, in 2 weeks' time, we had to race number 3 of the LaPlante Triple Crown Series. And I think with the finish and the amount of cars that didn't show up from the first one, I think you'll be inside the top 10, man.
That's interesting to hear, honestly. But yeah, I missed the first half of the season pretty much, and then trying to show up to every super race possible. That's not a road course, obviously, but yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun next week. 2 weeks, excuse me.
Yeah, I tell you what, that should be a good one there. Linear Speedway, and kind of one of the, if not the smallest, bull rings that aren't an infield track. How you feeling about that flat place?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, it kind of reminds me of one of our local tracks, Brett, Kalamazoo Speedway. How you kind of drive it, you float up down the back straightaway a little bit. It kind of reminds me of Kalamazoo a little bit, but it should be a lot of fun though in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I tell you what, that is a good comparison there, Jimmy. As yeah, that place will drive very similar to that, and just like that place too, it feels like you're always turning left, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Also turning left, just like South Bend. You're always turning left at South Bend, one of my local tracks there. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one though in a couple weeks. Lanier, and hopefully we do well there as well.
Yeah, hopefully, man. It seems like yeah, since you've come on back, one of, if not the car to beat, it seems like each and every week. So once again, want to thank you for showing on up, being one of the top competitors here, Jimmy. But man, before we let you go and celebrate a good run and get you ready for that Snowball Derby, we of course gonna hand over the mic to you and have you thank who you got to thank, whether sponsors, teammates, or anyone else you'd like to give a shout out to on the broadcast.
First and foremost, I gotta thank you for broadcasting, Brett. Also Tanner and Andrew for putting all this up. We don't have fun on these Tuesdays and Wednesdays without them. Another shout out to my beautiful girlfriend Ty. She's watching right now. My mom's watching as well. All my sponsors: Hoosier Race Tire, Meyer, DAC Enterprise, Frickers Mint, Hoax Graphics, Nichols Design, um, Jimmy Gawker Racing, Port City Race Cars as well.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. Well, Jimmy, you, my man, have a great rest of your night. Have a great week. Enjoy Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time at Linear Speedway.
Yep, thank you, Brett. You too, man.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. That was our third place finisher here tonight, Jimmy Gawker, getting the job done. Now we'll head up to our runner-up finisher, that being the 11 car of Jaden Kurtachi. Jaden, you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. First and foremost, how we feeling after that win in the 50 and then now a runner-up here in the 75 lapper?
Honestly, I feel like I should be locked in for that performance I just had to do. I had 6.5 minutes of damage there.
Woo! Wow, how did you
Yeah.
drive that car to the front with that much damage?
A lot of skill and a lot of white knuckling, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this car was already a handful without any damage, right? I mean, so loose off the corner, then you add that. Woo!
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Like I said, white knuckled the car that whole time practically, but we made it work. It seems like if you get hit in the left front and get a little bit of engine damage, these things run pretty good on this setup. So it was pretty gripped up there, not gonna lie.
Yeah, man, sometimes it works out right that the iRacing damage can improve a car, and I think with turning down some of the power, you're probably able to get some pretty good drive off the corner, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could just pretty much about mat it and it would just hook up and go. I mean, the turn or the center speed was even crazier too. So, I mean, I don't know what happened, but it was fast.
Yeah, that it was, because it seemed like you were, towards the back, of course, after that incident, getting that damage repair. Then you come back and just start flying through the field, man. And I think if we had a green-white checker like we had in feature number 1, man, it would have been a very interesting race for the win.
Yeah, I definitely think we would have had a shot at Zach. I don't know if we would have got him quite as much as I'd hope we'd get him. I don't know if we'd beat him, but it would have been pretty interesting. It would have been a lot of fun to see how that would have shook out. But yeah, dude, my wheel was, our wheel was turned about 1 o'clock down the straightaway.
Woo! Yeah, something definitely wrong in the front end there, but overall, a first and second here tonight at Five Flags. That's got to bode pretty well with the big announcement last week that ASRC's having a snowball. Is your plan to run it? I mean, you already got the paint schemes, right?
Oh yeah, we're definitely running it. That's the whole purpose behind these paint schemes here. But glad we can get to show them off a little bit. We gotta go to Lane Automotive here. Definitely after today, go buy some uppers, lowers, maybe a spindle, and some extra little parts here and there. But go make the drive about 40 minutes up to there and grab that stuff. Come back to the shop, put it all together, and put it back on scales. Heck, maybe we'll run that bent A armor or whatever it is down there that's broke. Seemed to be pretty good.
Yeah, maybe just get that motor rebuilt and leave that bent suspension and keep it turning well, right?
This Rhine competition motor is in its prime right now. They always run good before they blow, but this one, it just always runs good. I mean, we've never had an issue with one of them, so we're keeping it in.
There you go. I like to hear it, Jaden. And yeah, if the setup, is similar for 300 laps, what could maybe be the game plan? I assume a lot of riding around till the right time to turn it on up, right?
Yeah, like I said in the first race, I believe I got the race pace down to T just about. Probably a little more improvement on it here and there, some tweaks. A lot of messing with the brake bias throughout the race too. That was another thing I learned that I needed to do with the way this car drove. Because I mean, sometimes in the run you go into the corner, brake free just a touch, so you had some front brake back, and then if you're a little too tight, put some rear back in it, and then it just kind of keep it as stable as possible, pretty much, and keep that right rear on. That's pretty much the whole goal with this.
Yeah, that definitely seemed like the case. And yeah, that, like we mentioned before, that 11 car was ripping there at the end. So like you said, I think you got pretty good race pace. You definitely had some passing practice there in feature number 2.
Yeah, that's for sure. Passing was a little more difficult than what I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't too bad. Definitely need some things we need to work on. Definitely need to stay out of the squirrel's nest, that's for sure. But I mean, when you get inverts, you get that sometimes. So it's part of racing, and you just deal with it. I mean, obviously it helped us out tonight. If there was 5 more laps, I 100% think Zach would have been in trouble there. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you put on a thing of beauty going through the field. We rode on board with your pass on Zach Corey. That was pretty impressive to see you sail it in that deep into one and then get that run off the corner to ultimately
Yeah, I'm
then.
telling you. I'm telling you that broken AR, man. We might leave that thing on. It might not pass tech, but if it doesn't, we'll just throw a new one on and we'll go break it in the feature. So
There you go. The first thing we'll see out of the 11 car is smacking that inside wall going into one, right?
yep. Once we get the wall or once we get the wheel pointed to 1 o'clock, we're nowhere. We'll be set for the feature. So
Alrighty, well, awesome stuff here, Jaden. Congrats on the win in feature number 1 and a runner-up here in feature number 2. Before we let you go, my man, of course, we'll have you thank who you got to thank, whether those all-important sponsors, teammates, and anyone else you like to give a shout-out to on the broadcast.
yeah, I gotta thank all my teammates for racing me clean. This journey is definitely a long drive down here. I mean, 15 hours from Indiana to Pensacola is pretty far, but it's worth it every time. This track's always a blast to come down to. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. You guys beat out Flow Racing and Racing America by a mile, so definitely enjoy that. No Chance Motorsports, everybody on the team, everybody back at the shop. They've put a lot of work in this car. It was a lot of fun to get to drive it. Like I said, I got a little bit of some duck work and some nose work to do on it, but that'll be okay. Our sponsor is Hooks Graphics, R&M Towing, R&B Car Company, Christian Center Church. Shoot, I'm gonna be forgetting someone. Community Wide Federal Credit Union, United Plumbing, Stetler Performance, and just everybody else who's helped us get down here. These races ain't cheap to run. Unfortunately, we got to replace a nose, so that ain't gonna be cheap, but that'll be all right. Came home second got a first and a second, so I think we probably about broke even if we're lucky.
Yeah, I think so as well, and I think there's a lot more tore-up race cars than what we see out of the 11 car when it's all said and done.
A little bit.
Alrighty, well, awesome stuff. Well, Jaden, you, my man, have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time. Oh, speaking about that, I didn't even mention LaPlante points as well. You, my man, are going to walk away with the lead of that. How you feeling in 2 weeks when we head to Linear?
No way, man! This night keeps getting better. We're really coming home in the green now. That'll give me a few sets of tires when we go to Linear, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's going to be good. And yeah, you, my man, will have a wide margin. Well, I shouldn't say wide margin, but you'll have advantage over Tanner Talarico. I think you have about a 7-point advantage when it's all said, maybe 8. So, I mean, all you got to do is pretty much finish 8th or better. I think you could walk around with your first ever crown.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now, gonna have to make sure I make it for that race. So.
Yep, just some more stuff for you to race for. But once again, Jaden, congrats on the runner-up here tonight, and we look forward to see if you walk away with that crown in 2 weeks.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that was our runner-up finisher, the 11 car of Jaden Kratacci. Now we'll head up to our race winner here tonight. It is the 44 of Zach Nichols. Zach, do you got a copy?
Yeah, we do.
Alrighty, man. So first and foremost, how we feeling after that first 50 lap feature and walking away with the checkered flag here in feature number 2 after 75 laps?
A little sleepy as Jaden took 2 years for his interview, dude. Yapping up a storm. But all jokes aside, that race was really fun to me. I enjoyed the really loose stuff on the X of the corners. It kind of felt like that's what that was. And yeah, I mean, it was a fun race. We came from 12th and caught some lucky breaks with some people spinning their tires and pretty much the same thing in the first race. But yeah, we got up there and raced with Matt Modzaleski, and man, he put up a fight for that lead. And yeah, we door banged a little bit on the front stretch, was pretty fun. And yeah, luckily we were able to not get too much damage from that and come home with it.
Yeah, and like you said, your teammate there, Matt Modzaleski, having one of his career nights. I think it's most laps ever led in a race, as well as one of his best finishes there with 4th. That's pretty impressive. He's got to feel pretty good about the snowball coming up. And of course, same with this 44 machine, now for sure locked in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I almost forgot about the locked in part, but yeah, that's definitely takes stress off the shoulders knowing that we're locked in. And yeah, I mean, as long as the setup drives like tonight, I think we have a half decent shot at winning it. And yeah, it was a ton of fun tonight.
Yeah, it looked like a bunch of fun. These cars, always a handful at Five Flags, but here tonight, man, it seemed like it was pretty racy. I mean, it really did come to the driver and how you drove the race car because it seemed like any lane was kind of viable. I mean, we saw you passing cars inside and outside. That was awesome to see.
Oh yeah, for sure. The bottom and the middle kindish worked really well, and I mean you saw it in the first race. Me and Jaden had a photo finish, and then me and Matt were running side by side, door banging each other, and put on a good show. So yeah, I mean having always coming to this track's always fun. Just it's a super racy track, and look forward to it every time.
Yeah, and of course, we get to look forward to returning back here in about 2 months' time and 300 laps, a lot of laps. What's kind of, without giving it all away, what's the game plan there, knowing that it could be based off this setup and how much fun it was, and of course, like you said, the looseness on off?
I mean, it depends on how many tire sets we get. I mean, if we have a lot, then maybe just go all the time. But if there's limited, you definitely see a lot of people just kind of biding their time and running at a slower pace than what you think you'd run at. But yeah, I mean, the rears give up real quick in this thing, so you'll probably see a lot of people just biding their time.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate the insight, and yeah, that Snowball Derby, man, it's gonna be a big deal, and I can't wait to see what kind of racing action. On a side note, you pick up the win here tonight at Five Flags. That helps you with the LaPlante points, but the guy that's leading the points coming into tonight finished second. Your teammate Jaden Kratachi. You're gonna have to have a big night next week at Linear as well. You get to start at the back once again after going, now, what is it, 3 in a row, man?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know. We've gotten lucky a couple of these races, but yeah, I mean, coming down that LaPlante thing, I did race Jaden pretty clean in that first race tonight. Maybe I'll have to use him up a little bit next week, so to get that junk.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's going after his first crown. I wish I had the stats in front of me. Of course, that extra stuff every now and then kind of gets shuffled. Do you know if you happen to win a LaPlante? You had to have, right?
I think so. Pretty sure I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you at least have one from the Streeters. I think 2 seasons ago, maybe? Last winter?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think you have to have some sort of crown, but yeah, an overall good thing. But I think with this win here tonight, it sets you up pretty well to be in the money paying spots as 5 people missed in the top 10. So you, my man, have a really good shot at least walking away with some sort of money with the top 3 paying. I think even the top 5 actually nowadays pay.
Oh, dang, I did not know that. But yeah, man, I really wish we would have had a better shot at or better finish at Stafford. Didn't do too good at that race, but luckily we're turning it around here halfway through the season, and hopefully we can continue that.
Yep, and of course, Zach, you lead the points with a commanding lead. I think you have 54 points over Stephen Hoffman. Will once again increase that tonight with 5 bonus points from going from the back to winning, as well as picking up the win. So the overall points, man, looks like you're in a good chance to win yet another championship.
Well, shoot, I mean, you said it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good feeling to be leading, and I just come out here to have fun and to put pretty much what Ron says every time in his interviews. Just come out here to try to win races, and we've done that a couple times this season, and just looking to try to do some more.
Yep, for sure, man. You've done that a couple times this season. How about 7 wins this season? Now we'll make it 8. And you, my man, of course, this season took over the most ever wins. I think this is now what, win number 34-ish for you? Wow.
You're the stats, man. But yeah, it's definitely neat to have, and yeah, I know you're up there too. Maybe you got to get back in the driver's seat around here and come get it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I won't give too much away, but that 300 lapper, we might have to dust off the steering wheel for.
Oh snap! Looks like there's some competition coming in.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're trying to put together a ride. Right now, the funding a little short, but we're hoping to get there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, tonight was so much fun. This track's always a blast to come race at, and got to shout my teammates out for racing us clean. We had me and Jade ran a pretty neat snowball cars for the race in 2 months, and yeah.
Alrighty, awesome stuff, Zach. And yeah, before we let you go, of course, you got to give a shout out to, of course, that sweet looking paint scheme like you just did, as well as any of the sponsors on it, those teammates, and anyone else you like to thank for yet another win down here in Victory Lane at Five Flags. And hopefully, going to do it again here in about 2 months, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the goal, and yeah, I can't thank RSS Mobile Trailer Repair, uh, PSSNC, Carney's Complete Auto Service, R&M Towing. They help us a ton out in the real life stuff. And my dad's watching, my uncle Kenny's watching. I'd like to shout both them out. You for broadcasting, you do a great job, and Tanner and all the league admins for putting this whole deal on each week. It's a ton of fun to come out each Tuesday and Wednesday night and put on a show.
Alrighty, awesome stuff. Well, Zach, we appreciate you spending your time to put on the show that all of us get to enjoy and take your time out your Tuesday night. So, Zach, you have yourself a great rest of the week, great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time for a linear with the final LaPlante race.
All right, thank you. You too.
Alrighty, folks, that was our race winner, Zach Nichols, now going 3 in a row in the Postma Flooring Super Late Model Tour. Well, that would do it here for live racing action. So we will run through tonight's post-race results and get things wrapped on up. Once again, got to thank each and every live viewer tuning on in, as well as any other replay viewer. I appreciate each and everyone taking time and enjoying the racing with myself. Also, looks like we got a question from Landon in the chat. I believe the entry is only for the big race, the Snowball Derby. I think the Snowflake with the Pro Late models will be just fair game for anyone. So, once again, here is our race results from feature number 2. Zach Nichols in the 44 machine will pick up the win here. Jaden Kratachi in the 11 will finish second. Jimmy Gauker in the 2 machine will finish P number 3. And how about this, folks? Matt Modulewski in the 53 will finish in P number 4. Zach Coyer coming in 5th here and will finish 5th in both features. Stephen Hoffman will finish in P number 6, 7th going to Tanner Tallarico. Nathan Coaster will finish in 8th. Landon Atkins will come in 9th. And Dave Payton will round out the top 10. Chuck Darling will finish 11th. 12th going to Nate Henry. TJ Hassan will finish 13th. 14th going to Devin McDonald, and John DeMeester, last car on the lead lap, will finish in 15th. 16th will go to Zane Cruz. 17th is Cody Kennedy. Greggy Long will finish in 18th. Morgan Barrett will finish 19th. And John Perriott will finish in P number 20. So that will do it here tonight from Five Flag Speedway in race number 10 of the Postma Flooring Super Late Model Tour. We will be off next week with Thanksgiving, so everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys eat some good food, have some great time with your family, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time for the final LaPlante Triple Crown race, and we will crown a new champion of that for this season. I think that will mostly do it here, so thanks again to our partners with Turn 3 Racing Network. That would be Premier Setup Shops. You can check them out and find out more with a link in the description. That will take you over to their website. Each click would be greatly appreciated as they support us and we can show our support back in that way. So that would do it. Like I said, everyone take care. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks' time when we will head to Linear Speedway. So once again, here tonight, I've been Brett the Jet in the booth with Turn 3 Racing Network, and I just flew by you. Have a good one.